Hi boys and girls, today I'm going to teach you how to create a Google presentation. So first we're going to start on the Fowler Start page, and you're going to need to look for the symbol for Google Drive. Go ahead and click on that. Now your drive is going to come up and it's going to look different than mine. You'll have to sign in. I've already signed in under my name, but you're going to come over here and hit Create, and then you'll go to the presentation. Once the presentation comes up, it'll ask you to choose a theme. I'm going to stick with Simple Light, but you can choose any of the others on this pop-up. But I want to stick with Simple Light so I can show you how to include a background. First things first, you want to choose a title so that you can find your presentation once you have exited the program. So let's say I'm going to do a presentation on habitats. Okay, and I'm going to name it Habitats and my first name and last initial so that I can find it easily, and so my teacher will know who it's coming from when I share it with her. And click OK. And I want to change my background, so I'm going to show you a couple of different things. This is your toolbar right along here, and you can also use these menu options across the top to insert things like background, to change certain things on your slide. So I can change my background here where it says underneath the slide tab. I can change my background here, or I can go to my toolbar and I can click background. I can choose a color such as maybe yellow, or I can insert a picture. And the way I do that is I'm going to go to this where I went to choose the background the first time, except this time I'm going to choose an image. I'm going to go to the search feature here, and I'm going to type into Google habitats. Okay, so I'll search, and the pictures that come up, I can choose whichever picture I want to use as my background. I think I will select this one here, and you can also click on this link to make sure that you have license to use it, but for now we'll go ahead and select it as our background, and in just a moment it'll show up and we're going to click done. Okay, so now my background is this beautiful picture of this habitat, and I want to add text, so it says click to add title. Okay, if I'm going to type in habitats in America as my title, notice that down here you can't see the text very well, so I might want to change my color of my text by Melissa Solomon by highlighting it first, dragging and clicking on your cursor, and then you're going to go up here to this toolbar again where this underlined A is, which shows your text color, and I might change it to a color that I can easily see, like white, so that I can actually see my title so that it stands out, or my title and subtitle. Okay, so now I have my beautiful background here, which I was able to install here on background, or to go up to slide and change background. So now I want to insert a different slide. So I'm going to go back up to slide, and I'm going to put new slide. And when I click on this new slide, it automatically gives me a different layout. But let's say I don't want to use this layout. Let's say that I want to have a title up here or a heading up here, and then I want 2 columns. So I'm going to go to this layout button, and I'm going to choose title and 2 columns, or if I want to do title only and put a movie in there, perhaps I can do that. If I want something that just has a caption at the bottom, I can do that. Or if I want to insert my own text boxes, I can choose this blank layout. but I'm going to choose a title and 2 columns. Okay. Again, I'm going to change my background to make it nice and pretty. So let's choose this, maybe one of these light blue colors here for my background. And let's say that I'm going to teach about the wetlands habitat. So I want to insert some text here, but I want to make sure that it's easy to read and understand. So I can do a couple of different things. I can insert bullets here to create a bulleted list with my facts that I've researched. If I want just plain old bullets, I can do that. Click on it once. Or I can click on the arrow here and I can change the style of my bullets, okay, to different options like the arrow or the star. And I can start typing about the wetlands habitat. And whatever else you want to add. If you click enter and then you click the tab button on your computer, it'll pop it over so that you have a separate or a new tab and a new bullet underneath that. Let's say I want to insert an image here. I can click here and I can go to insert image, which looks like a little picture frame with a mountain inside of it. I can click on that, or I can just go to my toolbar here and click where it says image. And once again, I can go to my search, Google search, and type in wetlands. Okay, and then I can choose an image to show the wetlands here. And it's going to pop up pretty soon. Now notice how big this is. What you need to do is you need to take this and drag until the 2 arrows pop up. You need to drag the corner so that you can resize the image to make it fit your screen. Okay. If I want to insert another slide, I can come back up here and insert a new slide. If I want to change the layout again, I come up here to layout, and this time I think I'm going to just choose a title only because I want to insert a video about habitats. Okay, so I do my I type in my title, and then if I want to insert a YouTube video, I can come up here to insert and video. I can search YouTube, and it'll pull up different videos. Like I might want to include this song here, I Got a Habitat. I can click on that, select it, and it'll put this video into my presentation. Okay. If I want to make it a little bit bigger, I can click on the corners and drag them so that they will fit my screen. Okay. I can resize it a little bit, make it longer if I click on these arrows in the middle. Oh, one thing I want to show you is if your font is too big, you can click on the font, highlight it, and up here you have different font sizes, which means the style of the writing that you want. Okay, so I've actually added some fonts by clicking down here at more fonts. You can click on that and add more fonts. So let's say I want to use this font called Crafty Girls to make it fancy. It can be bold, I can have it underlined, I can have it italicized. Okay, for now I'm just going to stick with bold. If I want to change the size of my font, if this is too big or too small, then I can change it by clicking on the numbers next to my font and change the font size to make it a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. So I think I want to do 30 instead of 36, and then that way it won't take up quite as much room. Now remember, you can change the text color by clicking here on this A that's underlined and changing the color to whatever you want. Let's say I'm going to choose this purple here, and I'm going to keep my video right here. Okay, so let's say I'm ready to present, but I realize that I've made a few mistakes along the way. Let's say that back here I made a mistake, okay? If you go up to here where it says all changes saved in Drive, you can click right here. This little window is going to pop up and it'll show you all the different changes. If you want more detailed revisions, it'll show you down here. Click on this Show More Detailed Revisions. It'll show you every single time I made a change. You can click on it and it'll show you what your presentation looked like. So if you made a mistake, you can go back and you can restore that revision so that you can go back to the version that you want. So you don't have to worry about ruining your presentation or making mistakes. One more thing I wanted to show you is this tools. This is really important. You guys need to check your spelling, and it will help you check your spelling by if you can click on this button right here. Let's say I didn't know how to spell habitat. Okay, so I just did my best here, and I thought that was how I spell habitat. If I go up to Tools and I click on Spelling, it'll highlight the word that is not spelled correctly, and then you can change it to the word you think it needs to be, the spelling you need to change it to. Okay? So now I'm ready to present. I can click on this button here where it says Present, or I can go to View and present it. I know you guys probably also want to know how to do different animations. You can add animations, transitions to your slide as well. And to be quite honest, here we go, change transition. If you go to slide and change transition, you can add transitions to your slides. So you might want it to slide from the right. Okay. Apply to all the slides. So when I actually play, it'll slide in from the right. Okay? So once again, that was under Insert, I believe. And you can do an animation and change how you slide, how your text changes. You want to fade in after the previous one. You can do it by paragraph. Okay, so my text is going to fade in so it shows up one after the other. So when I'm ready to present, oh, sorry guys, I can close that out and I can show you my presentation. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to send Ms. Solomon an email, come by the Media Center and ask me questions, or ask your teacher for some help. But I hope this helped you with creating your Google presentation. Bye guys.